Hello, folks. We're live with Alex the Beer Master, and I'm Louisiana Beer Reviews, but this is Alex the Beer Master's channel, and he wanted to review Canadian Breakfast Stout from Founders. Well, what a beer to review. This is a strong beer, and it's no longer produced. It's no longer produced, but that could come back. 2018 edition. This is 11.6% alcohol. It's an imperial stout brewed with chocolate and coffee, aged in maple syrup, bourbon barrels. So if you like stouts, and you like chocolate, and you like coffee, and you like maple syrup, I'm losing track, and you like bourbon barrels, that's 5 attributes, and you like strong beer, that's 6 attributes, you might like this. So this is part of the Barrel Age series, a product of the United States. They took the Mountie off the horse because the Canadian government said they didn't feel comfortable having law enforcement riding a horse on a beer brand. So the company said okay. So but, thank you. What? Okay.
But yeah, but you can find 2017 beers of this in certain like sites and stuff like that. I mean, I'm trying to hunt down the Mountie one because I think that's 11.7. I think, if I remember correctly, that one, right?
Might be. I can't remember.
I don't remember. You haven't obviously reviewed it in a while, so go ahead, there, legendary Ron.
So you have so many KBS beers. Everybody makes a joke that KBS probably sends you beers for free.
Well, no, because I love. Oh, here we go.
Oh, you're famous.
Sorry. I mean, I like that cup, but I love using this.
Famous drink the East tulip glass. We're doing this. Whoops! Oh my gosh.
Let's not ruin my computer now.
I didn't know it was going to drip like that. Sorry about that. That's bizarre.
I don't think it fell on my computer.
It fell down there.
So we're good. We're good.
Now you see, I was being very careful in this pouring. All right. There's the beer. I was being very careful. All right. Well, that's about as dark brown as you'd ever want to see.
It's a beautiful beer.
And you have been wanting to come to Louisiana because your favorite Louisiana politician
is Huey Long and Earl Long and Russell Long. I'm not kidding. It's all the family. What happened was I came across Huey Long, and then a year later I came across Earl Long, and then Russell Long.
But Russell, brother.
But I knew about Russell Long even before I even knew about the Long family because he was in the movie The JFK.
Russell Long, yeah. He played himself.
Well, I don't know if Russell Long killed himself.
I say he played himself.
He did play himself. I didn't know that. So that's what happened there. But yeah, I never even knew about the Long family. I kind of knew.
Now where I live is the old Long congressional district. So I was in the Long family district. So all of our congressmen were part of the Huey Long congressional district.
Yeah, including your grandmother. Your grandmother went.
She went to his funeral.
Right.
But I don't think she was in his actual district. But we were in the 8th district that stretched from almost New Orleans all the way to North Louisiana like a big snake.
Yeah, but Huey Long run that whole state, no matter.
Yeah, he ran the whole state. But after he was killed 86 years ago, his family continued to have control, like Earl Long and then Russell, the senator. And then I was in a district that was, the congressman was Gillis Long.
I've heard of him, but you said there's a high school or something like that that says...
No, it's a post office.
Post office.
When he died suddenly while he was in Congress, Gillis Long died suddenly. They announced it in Congress, and they named the post office the Gillis Long United States Post Office.
Well, I hope it's old age, not something mystery I got solved.
No, he wasn't murdered. He just had a heart attack. I think he died suddenly while he was in Congress. But
it is a lot of stress. He's been in Congress for years, probably.
So the Long family is still very powerful in Louisiana. They call it the Long political machine.
Well, but it all started with Huey.
All started with Huey.
Yep.
All right.
Let's get into this. Sorry, we got political there, but it's history. It's not actual political. It's political history.
History, yeah.
This smells...
Dark roasted barrel maple.
Oh, it sure does. Mm.
It's rich. It's like a dessert. I need pancakes. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm.
It's like chocolate cake. Chocolate coffee cake. Chocolate coffee cake with bourbon cream.
Very delicious. But it has that burn on the chest, though. Just a little bit. But
That's
as you
why I'm only drinking this much. It's not that heavy body. You're gonna have to finish the rest. Take care. Hope you got a good couch to fall on. All right.
you
Might
can
need
finish
that.
the rest too. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, sure, but I'm not going to take that chance. All right. Rich, sweet dessert. Now, sugar, sweet, sweet. On the Cyclops scale is probably 5 sugar cubes out of 5. I mean, this is a sweet bomb. Bitterness? Well, let's think about that for a minute.
Go ahead.
It's got some bitterness. I don't know if that's coming from the chard. You see, sometimes I think they roast the malts so long that they become like charcoal, and it gives it a bitter, acrid, like ashes.
But you seem to like these beers, so.
Yeah, I love them. That's why I score them like 100.
Yeah, that's what you're probably gonna do. I know you will. I ain't that numb.
Picking up bourbon. I think they use Heaven Hill bourbon. Popular bourbon company. But I think the bitterness is bad. 2.5 out of 5 sugar cube hop cones. It's not really that bitter. It's bitter. It's not that bitter. Drinkability. Well, this is a bottle that you should probably share with like 3 or 4 people. This is not something you sit around drinking on your own unless you have some kind of
Yeah. Well, no, I was drinking it slowly when I was drinking it the last time.
kind of desire for trouble.
Yeah, but I didn't get drunk because I only drank that bottle. I didn't drink any other beers that day.
And you drink it slowly over a time.
Yeah.
You weren't just guzzling it.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Stuff's good, man. I shouldn't have done this last beer. I just, but you don't know. I mean, I plan to have Ron over here again in the future.
David Garlic. Well, we'll see. But David Garlipede has a bottle of that on his shelf. But he's got the Mountie on his.
Yeah, but he. I mean, I can call him.
He's
talk to him.
no, he's got the Mountie on his.
Yeah, of course.
You know the guy with the red jacket.
Yes,
Canadian
that's
Mounted
the
Police?
well, yeah, because
That's the one. That's he's got the 2017.
Well, I think the Mountie was 2011 all the way until 2017, right?
He's got it. But I'll probably be. You see all this brown hair here? It'll probably be all white and gray, and I'll probably be using a walker. And by the time he cracks it open,
Well, since I'm gonna be talking
and
on
I'll be
page,
doing a channel called "Very Old People Beer Reviews."
so instead of Louisiana beer reviews or Ontario beer reviews, you be
Very old people beer reviews.
Well, that'd be actually a spinoff from your channel. You actually have a spinoff off of your channel, don't you?
Yeah, anti-war.
Yeah. So join that too.
I don't post too much there. That's just a.
That's just if he needs to talk more other stuff instead of worrying about it. I think.
Well, if something happens to my main channel,
Oh.
if it gets taken down.
Yeah, but you're monetized. But that doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying.
I'm not talking about monetized or not monetized. I'm talking about the channel no longer existing.
Right, because you never know.
You never know these days. Yeah, it's just very nice. I mean, it's a alcohol bomb. I mean, if you're not used to drinking highly powerful ales, we've been drinking ales today. Well, it's a stout. Stouts are ales.
Okay.
Don't drink it. Don't drink it. Stick with Bud Light. Be on the safe side. But if you're used to this kind of, weaponized beer, primo, mucho gusto.
Yeah, I mean, if you like the beer, I mean, if you're not into the stouts like me and Ron Terrio here, known as Louisiana Beer Reviews, yeah, stay away from this. I mean, if
Trouble
you,
in a bottle.
yeah. So, me and Ron are gonna hang out for a few more minutes, and then he's gonna take off, and then that's that.
That's the end of that. So what do you score it? It's your channel after all, Alex
And then,
Beer Master.
and then I'll let you screw your thing. Okay. Yeah, 100. It's so good.
I gave it 100 also. Now when we, it's that great. Now when we did a duo review, I don't know if you watched David Garlapete and my duo review.
Wait, this?
Well, I had a 12-ounce bottle.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
they had the 4-packs?
Yes, they did that too. They had the 12 packs and this, but unfortunately,
You mean the 4-packs?
right. But they had the 4 packs, but then they had this as well.
Yeah,
but we couldn't get it. We couldn't get these bottles yet.
Oh no.
I don't think. I don't remember.
Did you watch our duo review?
I'll have to watch it because when did you do it?
About 3 years ago. But we did the duo review, and
Wow.
the last year was, I guess 2019. So okay, 2 years ago.
Yeah,
so
because 2019 they did the big bottles and the small bottles.
Yeah, so we did the duo review, and he was saying, I don't really like this beer. It's not that good. I was like, what? I gave it 100, but I mean, if that's what he thinks, it doesn't matter to me. So he said, it needs some bourbon added to it, some whiskey. I said,
But it is bourbon.
Well, so I said, yeah, it's Asian bourbon barrel, maple. So I said, hold on. So I went to my house and I got this Heaven Hill Kentucky blended whiskey. So I poured some of that in his beer. He's tasting it. Ah, he says, now it's been improved. Now I like it. It's good. So I got a kick out of that. I said, only you, man, only you.
But he's never tasted bourbon on that beer, the CBS itself, before he didn't take, because we taste the bourbon.
He did not find that it was prominent, really.
So it's like a little bit of bourbon, but
Yeah, but he was saying, if I'm drinking a bourbon barrel stout, I want to taste the bourbon. I want to taste the bourbon. So I said, well, I'm sorry, I didn't make the product. It's still 100 for me.
Well,
so
basically,
when I added the Heaven Hill Kentucky blended whiskey, he said from Heaven Hill, he said that did the trick. So he liked it.
So basically, he could taste the bourbon on here, but it just didn't really register. So he had to put a little bit more bourbon in it to make
give it more body, to give it more bourbon or whiskey presence.
Because you've been drinking this for a while yourself, and you obviously taste the bourbon, right?
It's not really too prominent, honestly. It's there. It's a back note, a very far back note.
Right. After it goes down, you do taste that.
And you don't drink a lot of hard liquor, so you don't have a lot of experience with bourbon or blended whiskey.
Well, the only bourbon I have, yeah, you're right. The only bourbon I have is the one I showed you. I don't think I showed you, but it was Crown Royal. That's the only.
Oh, well, that's a Canadian whiskey. That's not a bourbon.
Oh, okay.
Canadian blended whiskey.
Oh, okay.
So he drinks a lot of bourbon, straight bourbon, not blended, not cut. So he just wanted more presence of that. So he took exception to it. I said, well, I always say you got to call it as you see it.
That's what he does.
He does call it. So,
but I'm watching his videos. Maybe I shouldn't say it because David's going to be watching this. But it's nothing bad. That you guys kind of argue. I'm like, wait a minute. I watch the videos. I don't see you guys argue. Yeah, he might ball bust and joke around, right? Or not.
You see, people take it the wrong way. We do argue about stuff,
but I don't think it's arguing.
Because we don't agree on the product.
Right.
Whatever. And then people will say, oh, y'all don't get along. Y'all got some kind of conflict.
No, it's not.
I said it's a conflict about a particular brand of beer. It's not that, we're going to throw a fit, and I say, I'm never coming to your house again.
Right. It's not like that. Right.
I don't ever want to talk to you again. I'm going to block you on Facebook. Block you on social media. It's just that we're trying to do it honestly, so you don't always agree. So he's pretty wound up about beer, and I'm kind of wound up too. So you would not have conflicts if you always agreed on the product. But if you don't agree, it's going to be trouble sometimes, but only in the beer. So then after we cut off the camera,
you're golden, right?
Yeah, he'll be like, oh, just delete that video. It's too much drama in that. I was like, oh well, people like all that, you know.
So he says delete it, but you don't.
I have deleted some that were just too outlandish, you know, but I don't usually delete it. No.
I'm sorry, David. If you do see this, I'm just talking about you because you're an interesting character. I'm trying to get to know you, and I will get to know you because obviously we're gonna talk on Facebook now. Once I look you up, I'm looking forward to being friends with you, my friend. And even if we do beer reviews together, so what? So what if
He
we,
he does make a lot of comments on alcohol legs on Facebook. So
No, I'm saying if we meet in person, we decide to do beer reviews together, and we disagree, I'm still going to enjoy his company.
oh yeah.
That's my point.
He never takes that personally. No.
Right, he's just telling you how he feels on
About the product in the context of the product, not like, oh well, we disagree about a beer, so we can't be friends. He's not like that.
Because that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, but they have people like that on the internet, like literally people like that. Sad. All right, so that's it. I'm saying 100.
100 it is, and I'm going to continue drinking the rest of this with Ron for a few minutes. And we will see you all in the next live stream, next video. You'll probably next time you see the legendary Ron, he'll be back in Louisiana and doing his
Regular daily stuff.
yeah, and including the morning stuff. What's the
Dawn Busters.
Yeah, so stay tuned for Dawn Busters. If you're wondering why that's not been around, he's just been busy lately for the past couple of days. So this sucks, Beer Master, and I'll see you all in the next live stream, next video. Ron, we got anything else to say?
Just don't
Next
forget
Beer
about-
Master signing out.
Don't forget about Food Fridays.
True that.
There you go. How about beer and like store purchase, not store brand, store purchase frozen shrimp?
Yeah, I've done that before, didn't I?
Yeah, but you didn't heat it.
Well, no, I didn't do. I don't. I think I just did sushi or seafood. I didn't do the actual shrimp. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, but I'm gonna have to make sure it's not frozen next time. It wasn't. I'm serious. I was eating it frozen. You know that. Did you see the video?
It was bizarre.
Yeah. Well, because it was in a rush thing. It was like
Put it in the toaster oven, heat it for 20 minutes. Then at the last 2
yeah,
minutes,
but it was a raw. It was like a raw thing. You know what it's like a. I'm not gonna fry something because it's like a raw thing. Yeah, but you're saying like warm it up a little bit to.
most people like shrimp that's been cooked. You know.
Well, no, but did you ever have the actual cold shrimp and you just eat it off the tail? I mean, no. Well, you're in Louisiana for crying out loud.
Yeah, we cook our shrimp.
Well, but you can eat it cold too. That's up to you.
I guess you could drink Budweiser hot, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I will not recommend that.
All right, so all right, so we better get off of this right now. So thank you, folks. Y'all come on down to Alex the Beer Master's cubbyhole in New Jersey.
And